What was your highlight? Which one of those many moments?
Well, you obviously can't go past the gold medal. It's everyone's ultimate goal to win a gold medal at the Olympics when you're competing in sports. So I'm glad that I can say that I've now got an Olympic gold medal, and my dream as a 6-year-old has come true. But also my individual 200 IM was a very amazing race for me. I put so much hard work into going before I went over, and I knew that I'd done everything I possibly could, and there was just somebody better on the day. But the time I did was faster than the previous Olympic record, and the fastest I'd ever been by far. So I was extremely happy with that race, and I said to my coach before I went over, I know how hard I've worked for this, and I've done everything I possibly could. I didn't leave any stone unturned, and if someone was to beat me on the day, then I have 100% respect for them, because I know how hard I worked for it, and they obviously worked extremely hard.
It worked out very, very well. Alicia Cootes, congratulations. Kim Crowe, how long have you been dreaming of a rowing medal? Because of course you're an Olympic athlete first.
Yeah, I would never have thought that I would be at the Olympics rowing, but it's one of those things that at the time when I got injured from maths, it was the worst thing that could ever possibly have happened, and I felt that my whole world had come to an end, and it was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Talk me through that. Rowing's like early mornings. Ooh.
But then there's so much day.
It's like afternoon training.
we train morning, mid-morning, lunchtime, early afternoon, and night. So
right, so it's all just a blur. Tell me your highlight: a silver and a bronze. Amazing moments there at Eton Dorney. What was the highlight for you of the games?
I think two things have really stayed with me. One of them was once the regatta was all finished, just sitting on the pontoon with my coach and Brooke, who I rode the double with, and just reflecting on our year and all the special moments. And the other one was actually watching the women's water polo. They'd missed out on the gold medal match in overtime and were absolutely devastated, and then made it through to the bronze medal match and won that in overtime. And just the sheer emotion of seeing those girls jumping in the pool and absolutely ecstatic. I just absolutely broke down in the stands. It just made me realise how special the Olympics was, and that was really my moment of, I'm so lucky to be a part of this.
Yes, indeed. Well, and we were quite fortunate to watch both the water polo players and your efforts as well. Now, you're going to row through to Rio? Yes, good stuff. But in between that, yep, looking forward to that, Kim. In the meantime, though, you've got a new gig. Senator Lundy just told us about you being made the chair. What will that involve for you?
Well, we had our first meeting today, and one of the things that we were really talking about was how to really build a culture that emphasises the Olympic values, because I think that's something that really captured my imagination when I was a little girl, was just how special the Olympics were beyond anything else. The sportsmanship, the friendship, the Olympic solidarity, all those sort of values, and making sure that every Olympian realises what an honour it is, what a privilege, and also what a responsibility it is to be an Australian Olympian, and how you can represent your country well. And so how to share those values with Olympians coming through will be our task.
Kim Crowe, clearly a worthy choice. Congratulations on your effort and all the best for the future. So, Malcolm, Olympic values. You put your family in a pub away from the racing. Is that how it works? And then you focus with your teammates. Talk us through what you're planning in the future. Now, you've had a couple of changes of partner in the boat. Does that make it difficult? Do you have to learn another sailor's ways, or can you just slip into it and you both know your roles?
I guess the roles in the boat are not a lot different, but the biggest thing is the personalities that are involved. Nathan from Beijing to Matthew in London, they were chalk and cheese at the type of people they were. And that was what was the amazing difference for me. I know I worked with Nathan for 2 Olympiads into Beijing, and the roles and the way I acted and was a teammate was very different to what I was with Matthew. So you had to be quite adaptive and obviously learn those skills over time and learn them in pressure environments as well. Very easy to talk about it, but you also have to hone it when it matters and be able to perform when it matters. So that was I suppose, a challenging part of this 4 years compared to the previous.
And will Matthew be competing with you through to Rio?
Matthew has indicated that he will continue on to Rio. I made the decision actually at the start of this Olympiad that I would hang up the stinky wetsuit shoes at the end of this campaign.
So you're not going on?
No, I'm not going on. I'm an old man.
Oh man.
It's time to move on.
So what do you do now?
That's a really good question. I suppose I'm not rushing into anything. I love sport. So I'm an electrical engineer by trade, and I did work for Telstra for 14 years before I said I want to be a